All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to be doing something kind of interesting. So Drakova he basically entered a tournament on Faralina on his alt. His alt is typically geared to be more of a flat proc on hit paladin. So the idea behind it is he just wears whatever type of defensive gear that he's really most interested in, like T1 for example, and then he gets flat proc items such as Maelstrom Trinket and Deathbringer, the one-handed axe, or an Ebon Hand. But Ebon Hand has a really bad proc rate. I tested it; it's got 3%. Don't get an Ebon Hand. Deathbringer at least has a 5% base, so it's got 10% with SOR. And with the flat proc build, he's basically just stacking a bunch of stuff that doesn't have ratios or anything and just becoming like an unkillable turd. Well, he did a tournament in Faralina recently, like a little low key tournament just today, and he ended up winning. And I was going to do some commentary on some of his matchups in this. I'm particularly interested in the hell is that outside? Like the moment I start recording, it's like, oh god, whatever. Anyways, I'm not particularly interested in the rogue matchups, although in this one we're going to see a rogue, and in the finals we're going to see a rogue. But he also faces like a hunter, and he faces like a druid, and he faces a warrior. But basically, what he saw in this tournament bracket was he looked at the brackets, he looked at the people, and he was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm only going to be fighting melee, so I'm going to go like a full deep prot build. So he's got Holy Shield, and then he has almost no points in Holy, and he went down and picked up 5 points of parry out of the ret tree. So when his Holy Shield is up and he's facing somebody, he's got, let me think, he's got something like a 65% block chance plus a 10% chance to parry plus like a 2% chance to dodge. So he's got like a 77% chance that either you're going to do no damage to him or you're going to do greatly reduced damage to him, and he's going to reflect quite a bit of damage back to you. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find a better. What am I looking at? We're looking at Ruklar in the background. He's a dwarf paladin fighting a rogue, and I'm really not super interested in what's happening in the background too much, but I will pause it. Okay, let's see. First opener. Whoa. Okay. So one of the interesting things is I couldn't find a better streaming, which kind of makes me angry. If I can find better later, I'll definitely delete and redo these videos. But this guy here is a great commentator, or not a. He's a great commentator on matchups that do not involve Paladin, and he's very good at what he does. But as you're gonna see, he's OCD, or he's hyperactive disorder, or he's stoned, one of the two, because he's a hunter. He could just be eagle-eyeing this stuff, but he does not sit still, and that's gonna drastically reduce the quality of these videos. So what I would highly suggest is that you go to the link in the description, all right, which will take you to Twitch. And you go into, you can see the mark down here at the bottom. You go to about the 3 hour mark, and just listen to what I'm saying, and you can kind of see what's happening for yourself. But as we can see here, what I'm primarily looking for in the Paladin versus Rogue matchup, and again, my guide on this is still 110,000% viable, is how low did the Rogue get my life during the first opener? So you can see Ruklar in the background here. He's blinded, but you can see his health is sitting at about 80% or about 77%, right? A rogue that cannot drop you below 50% in a single opener, you are completely fine to sit multiple openers without bubbling, without having to stun heal, without having to do anything. And if this rogue is what? Okay, so one sec. Let me go back. Let me see exactly how this play went out. So he toes to toe. No, yeah. So in my guide, I think what I say is proper rogue play, and maybe we'll see the proper rogue play in the final duel. Drakova was saying that the rogue he fought in the finals was a rogue who basically tore through everybody and didn't lose a single match until he got to him, and of course he lost because apparently Drakova didn't lose any matches because he's with a deep prot build, he's fighting nothing but physical enemies, and under those circumstances, there's almost no way for you to lose as a paladin. As long as you know what the hell you're doing and when the hell to do it. I'm pretty sure he also has Uther. It doesn't show his gear on here, which makes me sad, but I'm pretty sure he has Uther Strength Trinket. You'll see an Uther Strength Trinket proc a little later, which I find interesting that he took a little bit of my advice on how powerful that trinket is in rogue duels. But considering the type of paladin he is, with like the 77% chance to ignore, yeah. But anyways, what the rogue is supposed to do is they're supposed to open up on you, and then before blinding you, they have this toe-to-toe phase fight with you. And again, the object of the rogue is to try to get you as close to below 50% life as possible because they really want to force out the bubble. The fact that this rogue did not go toe-to-toe with Rouge, but he still used a blind, like he skipped the toe-to-toe fight sub-phase, I find to be not, I won't say a mistake, because maybe there's something else going on, but I will say that it is not normal to see this at the highest ends of play. But we'll just keep chugging along here. So he bandages himself. That's kind of good. He probably took a shit ton of reflect damage because Drakova doesn't give a fuck. Another fascinating thing about this this build in general, yeah, you're not going to be able to see crap with my recording, so you might want to go look at it in general. He's got either an Arcanite Dragonling as a pet, or he's got an Arcanite Dragonling that's on him. And to be perfectly fine, if you get a pet like this on you and you're chilling with high hit points, you just let it roll. I mean, it's going to give you reckoning charges. It's going to make it so that the rogue can't really blind you anymore. You're kind of just happy with it. Okay, so what we're about to see right now is, again, look at Rouge's life. Rouge's life, he's chilling. He's chilling like a fucking villain right now. Now, I personally do not have a lot of experience with deep prot paladin in Classic, but I will tell you that I have a shit ton of experience because I played it during Burning Crusade. I played deep prot paladin throughout all of Burning Crusade, and I can tell you straight up that what is going to happen to this rogue is the moment the rogue has to stand still and fight Rouge toe-to-toe, which this Arcanite Dragonling is definitely forcing him to do, which I think the rogue used, because otherwise, yeah, but whatever. I could be wrong. Is the moment the rogue has to fight Rouge in a toe-to-toe fight, and Rouge just turns and faces the rogue and pops Holy Shield, the rogue's hit points are going to melt. So we're gonna literally count to 10 right now, and we're gonna see where the rogue's life is. Like, I'm gonna count to 10. Like, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, let's see. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is it over? Oh, he stunned him. Okay. Come on, give you some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's actually not chunking him anywhere near as much as I thought it would. So it makes me kind of question what kind of weapons the rogue is using. Is he using some slow weapons, or is he using some fast weapons? But either way, you can see the hit points. Rouge literally just doesn't care. I'm pretty sure we're also dealing with a Hemo rogue here. I could be wrong about that. A lot of people who watch my commentary on Paladin versus Rogues have noticed that I don't know crap about what Paladins are, what Rogues are doing. All I know is that, how do I put this? If they can't do enough damage to kill me, and I can make it to, like, stuns and bubbles and stuns and bubbles and heals and stuns and bubbles, and I can chain all that stuff together or throw grenades, they can't kill me, so what do I care what they're doing? I literally don't care what they are. And you can see Rouge here very clearly, up in the top left here. This rogue is 20% life, and Rouge is 60% life. Yeah. No chance. There's just no chance here. All right, so Vanish comes out. Ruklar gets a nice Holy Light in. You should be sap him. Oh, he's flashing. Okay, he gets sapped. Okay, whatever. There's just no chance for the rogues. There's literally just no chance. I'm trying to be really quiet as I drink water. Okay, so that is the second blind. No, that was a Vanish reset. Okay, so we got one blind out of the rogue. We got one Vanish out of the rogue. This rogue is now working with a single blind left in its arsenal. And as we saw, I don't think Drakova even dropped below 50% life. I'm referring to my commentator buddy down here, if the movement bothers you in the bottom left, as the Dancing Queen. Because when the volume's off, he looks kind of funny. All right, back to Drakova. Holy shit! What the fuck happened to the rogue? Okay, back up, time out. I gotta see this. This is good. What the hell just happened? Okay, so that was the first and the bandage. So we got to skip ahead a little bit. And he should be doing the Vanish reset momentarily. Yes, okay. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so he reopens up. Checking our health, looking our health. Eyeballs on the health. Ruklar is about even life to the rogue. They're both at about 80%, maybe a little bit less. Oh, I think he stuns and wreck bombs. Let me check. Walks behind. Wreck bomb Badoomba. He's got a Deathbringer. Let's see what happens. Wreck bomb chunks. Okay, good boy, Ruklar. Look at you. Fuck yes. Okay, so the Deathbringer wreck bomb looks like it took the rogue from about 80% life to about 30% life, so it chunked him by about 50% of his health. That's pretty typical. Even in a shitty flat proc spec like this. You can see that Ruklar immediately Drakova, Ruklar are synonymous right now. He immediately went for the Holy Light after that hit. Now, what's going on with Ruklar right now is he's doing an assessment, right? As he's charging up his heal, his auto attack is also coming off of cooldown. So there's no reason for him not to be charging up a heal under these circumstances. But if he feels like he did enough damage in that wreck bomb to go for the kill, you will see him stop doing this Holy Light and immediately go for the kill. Now, knowing Drakova, he might either A, go for the kill, or B, he might just finish the heal and know that his spec is going to carry him through the day, period, end of story. I'm really curious to see what he does, though. Will he be a pimp and just cancel his Holy Light and think he can go for it? So what happened here? He got cleansed? Oh, whatever. So I guess the rogue came out of the stun early somehow, and we're just going back at it. All right, whatever. But it just doesn't matter. Does he even get the paladin below 50% life? And the answer is no. I'm telling you that with this spec, rogues just melt. So this duel isn't all that interesting to me. It's going to be much more interesting when I get to go watch. See how he deals with Druid and I'm very curious to see how he deals with Druid. I'm also curious to see how he deals with Hunter, but I'm pretty sure I know how he deals with Hunter. When you have a 65% chance for Scattershot to not work on you, Hunter might be in trouble, like for reals. Okay, so I don't know whose battle chicken this is. Like, I legitimately do not know whose battle chicken this is. Please tell me you did not summon a battle chicken against a Reckoning Paladin. Because, oh, okay. Yeah, I think the rogue is using the summons against the Reckoning Paladin. So the rogue doesn't really know what he's doing. He does. That's so weird. He got wreck bombed. It should be very clear he's a Reckoning Paladin. Hell, he's got Holy Shield. It should be 1,000,000 times clear that he's got Reckoning. But okay, battle chicken it is. Maybe he knows something I don't. All I know is you're dealing with a deep prop paladin, so okay, I want to watch the health in this one. We're doing a bit of a toe-to-toe fight, watching holy shit, the rogue's health is just getting annihilated. This is gross. Oh man, look at that reflect damage. Holy crap. It's just so brutal. It's so oppressive. He's not even below 50% life again. Look at this. It's not even below 50% life. So I'm at 2 hours and 59 minutes. Gives no shits. So you can see he's not going for a Hammer of Wrath here, just because I think he's anticipating that the Rogue will be out of range before he can get the Hammer of Wrath. But, So the Rogue manages to... This was decent by the Rogue. The Rogue managed to get a full reset off with just the use of Sprint, which is a thing, right? So the Rogues can get resets off of 2 blinds, a Vanish, and a Sprint. So they technically can get like 4 potential resets. But if you got the right gear, it just doesn't matter. This brings up an interesting point. So my first S-Fan versus Rogue dueling video is the #1 video that I get critiqued on by people that I don't know what I'm talking about or blah, 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 blah. And what I find fascinating about that video is you can compare and contrast the first duel series that S-Fan had with the second duel series that S-Fan had, and it's night and day difference. #1, he's in the right gear, and #2, he's using correct lines of play to actually be able to win. And he doesn't look like a complete retard wearing the wrong gear, and then on top of that making mistakes like trading bubble, stun, and grenade for no chance to kill the Rogue whatsoever, and then just gets blinded and reset on. But as you can see here, Ruklar's chilling in tier 1 mostly. This is like a 7-piece tier 1 with like a T2 helm, a Deathbringer, an Uther Strength Trinket. You're going to see the Uther Strength Trinket pop momentarily, and like the MP5 shield from whatever. From Ragnaros. And if his health drops below 50%, I'm going to laugh, because it has not dropped below 50% yet. And this is just typical. This Rogue might also be a bit undergeared, but I'll always assume in tournaments that Rogues are like rank 14 Rogues, and that's just what you have to deal with. All right, come on, drop below 50%. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Oh, okay, drop below 50%. Okay. Okay. Stun. Wreck Bomb. Stun, Wreck Bomb, heal. Oh, maybe he doesn't have stun yet. Okay, so he bopped. So I think in this tournament you're allowed 1 bubble, either 1 bubble or 1 bop per duel. So since the Rogue got out bop, the Rogue is thinking that they're actually super happy. But the fact that you can't stop a Paladin from healing through Blessing of Protection is a really bad sign. It means that you got nothing to take on this Paladin during the subsequent rounds, basically. He does not have Consecration, so he can't do the Consecration trick. So, no, this is fine. Why was he running around a bit? Not entirely sure. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter with this gear. I would like to sit here and say that, oh, it's an amazing skill and blah, 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 look how awesome he is. Turn, face Rogue, use Holy Shield, kill Rogue. You can see it right here. He's closing in on 50% life. Rogue is almost dead. Okay, so we get a stun on the Rogue. I think Uther's Strength pops like right here. I've actually seen this duel already because I was trying desperately to find a decent video commentary. Our Dancing Queen over here is a hunter, by the way, so he has Eagle Eye, but I don't think he can sit still. Okay, bandaging, it's not going to matter, bro. He's going to stun, he's going to heal, he's going to kill you. He's going to stun, he's going to heal, he's going to kill you. This is where being an Orc is actually super nice in this matchup. I'm not sure if I saw him even use his racial yet, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah, there's Uther Strength right there. So look how long it takes. Yeah, okay, Uther Strength took some chunks. Do. Stun. No stunning. Just heal. Okay. Oh, the Rogue came back in. Well, the Rogue doesn't have much choice, but the Rogue is going to die horribly right now. Okay, watch this. Let me check. Did he stun him? So at this point, as a Paladin, you got to be thinking about your win condition. Like, where is my win condition? And one of your win conditions is actually your 6-second stun. The other option, of course, is Mug Hurt, but I think Ruklar is just going to go for like a raw damage win condition here. recognizing that the rogue just can't really win in general. But he uses his stun there to get some health. He could have easily saved it for a win condition. But he's just going to play it safe, I guess. Save all that stuff and literally not care. Running at the rogue to drink, that is questionable. Dude, if he's going to critique me for my drinking capabilities, I'll good. But it doesn't matter. His gearing is so good. There's no criticism you can level at any of this. That is, what is it that I always say? It's like, who cares if you're not doing it absolutely 110,000% correctly? If it is 100% serviceable, whatever. That's a viable line of play. So it's like, okay, whatever. Now, there is a chance that the rogue can win if, theoretically, if Ruklar's life gets too low. But he's just not going to let that happen. Alright, he's going to stun him and kill him. Okay. Stunning in 3, 2, 1. Or just going to auto-attack and kill him. Wow, that reflect damage. There's Uther's Strength again, or is that Bubble? Uther's Strength or Bubble? Question mark. Looks like Uther's Strength. Yeah, he was stunned there still for a second. Okay. And just boom. It's over. And he wins his first duel set. I think that's a victory of first duel set. I can check. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to pause the video here, and I'm going to go see what he does, so we can compare and contrast. I'm going to find the finals, which I think he is fighting a rogue also, because I'll just make this like the Ruklar versus, or the Drakova versus a rogue series, and we can see if that rogue actually does kind of what I suggest a bit more properly, which is more toe-to-toe, but against that build, man, going toe-to-toe against it is just death. Like, the Holy Shield reflects so much damage. It is absolutely nuts. Like, it's like Indiana Jones. Their faces just melt off. It is terrifying. Like, I've been there before. So anyways, let me pause this for a sec, and I'll go find that duel. Okay, so still recording? 22 minutes? Okay, cool. Alright, so as we're going to see here momentarily, my nickname for my boy here as the Dancing Queen is not going to go undeserved. I'm actually quite happily satisfied that this is my life, and I was able to find this for you guys. But this is, in fact, Ruklar in the finals for a rogue. He stops dancing in a second. Well, let's face it, we're all out of shape. There's no way we can do this for more than like 30 seconds at a time. Let me take a drink of water. So Drakova's fighting a rogue out in the distance. You can barely see it. Time stamp would be 4 hours, 33 minutes and 40 seconds. And you can see he's sapped, and the rogue will begin to, do things to him. So, So according to Drakova, one funny thing about this duel is that the rogue that he's fighting was just tearing through everybody and did not lose a single match, and then could not win to save his life against Drakova. But it's a properly geared. You're talking about the #1 paladin in the world, properly geared, not in the gear he would ideally be, but 110,000% serviceable. Oh yeah, our commentator broke something. It's kind of funny. 110,000% serviceable, and he's in like the counter spec from hell. So there's just really no hope here. As we're gonna see him. Oh, gets him below 50% life. Okay. What's happening out here? Okay, so we can finally see some stuff. So I think he got blinded here. The rogue's going for a bandage. I can clearly see that. Ruklar gets out of the stun or the blind or whatever the hell was on him, and he's going to town. So I'm curious to see, one, how low life was the rogue that he would risk doing that, and secondly, what exactly did he use to get that? So the grenade goes off. All this is telling me that even though we couldn't see it, the rogue must have been super low life. Like, Ruklar had a chance to just straight up kill him right there, and he went for it. The grenade tells me that. The instant get out of whatever the hell was holding him back and interrupt the bandage. So the rogue must have been all but dead. I think we'll see the rogue come out and stealth Drakova here in a second. And we'll get to see his life, which will be nice. Okay, where you at, buddy? You don't got a bandage, so you got to eat and drink. Come on, click him. Boom, okay. Yeah, so he was sub 10%, definitely within a theoretical kill range. Okay. I don't know what Drakova used to get out of whatever he was stunned with, like whatever the rogue was using to bandage. I could not see. So this is going to be a bit of a CSI for me, definitely for sure. I'm kind of excited. Not excited to see the duel because this is like watching a deep holy paladin try to fight a frost mage. Is how much of a snowball's chance in hell this rogue actually has of winning. Rank 14 gear, otherwise be damned. I think this is the same rogue. I could be wrong. It might be the exact same rogue. In fact, let me go check that out just in case, because I would love to see if there's a substantial difference between contact A and contact B for this rogue. Like, what did the rogue learn from point A to point B is basically what I'm saying. So I think it was like literally a solid 3 hours. That is not. Oh, this was the end of the duel. Right. So rogue's name is, it's the exact same rogue. Right? Yes? I hate where they're dueling for name purposes. Oh, no wonder this rogue was mad. He just couldn't win. Like, so Ruklar knocked him down into the loser bracket. Yeah, so Ruklar knocked him down into the loser bracket. And then he fought his way all the way back up to the finals again, and Ruklar just bitch slapped him out of the tournament. So he had all that time to think about what he should do, and it just didn't work very well. I can't remember the timestamp. You gotta give me a second here. That's funny. Oh, Druid versus Warrior. Okay. Where's my dancing queen at? Come on. Dancing queen. Alright, yeah. Okay, so is this before the duel? Okay, we got our dancing queen. That's our good timestamp. Alright, so yeah, he was low life, he was in the strike range, so we got some CSI going on. So did he try to stand toe-to-toe with him? I couldn't tell, really, or I just don't care. Again, this matchup boggles me because he's got the right gear. What do you want me to say? He's the right gear. He's not going to lose. Even if he was like a Holy Spec or a Holy Reckoning, it would be really hard for this rogue to win. The fact that he's deep prot is layers of go fuck yourself, is basically what Drakova is doing to this rogue. Okay, so we're focusing on, this is good. You can see both hit points now. That's nice. He's going toe-to-toe with Ruklar. Doesn't really have much of a choice, and he's just going to all but die for it. Or maybe even straight up, yeah, just straight up die for it. And that's just the way it goes. This is a hard counter in its truest form. So I'll be very curious to see how he deals with the Hunters. Pretty sure I know how he's dealing with the Hunters. Very curious to see how he'll deal with the Druids. I do believe in this tournament it could have been changed at both of them. You can see on Ruklar right now, kind of. Both of them are allowed to use... Paladins can only use one bubble. They do get to use Lay on Hands, I think. Then again, our commentator mentioned that, and he didn't know the rules of the tournament, so that could be wrong. I'm pretty sure, according to Drakova, that you only get to use one bubble per duel, but you get to use FAPs. And what's fascinating about that in this matchup is when rogues get to FAP on a paladin, it literally gives them a chance to kill you, right? Like, it's a big deal for a rogue fapping on a paladin. But then if you're going up against a prot rogue who can also just fap right back at you, he's just going to turn his shield towards you and laugh while your health bar just melts. Just absolutely freaking melts. So, yeah, I'm just very much not interested in watching this duel. There's almost nothing for me to learn here except, or maybe I should think about it from your guys' perspective. What can you guys learn? Okay, so if I had to do a list of things to learn, list number one is again, wear the right gear, wear the right gear, wear the right gear. And the second list would be just go watch my like rogue guide, because you can see that the Drakova's almost doing. He's rolling with the situation because he's far more experienced, but he's kind of following the guide. So what does the rogue guide say? The rogue guide says the rogue is going to come up, he's going to sap you. The rogue is going to open on you. If it's a hemo rogue, it'll be a lot. If it's a hemo rogue, there'll be a lot less you being stunned and stuck there and taking it up the ass. But there'll be a lot more toe-to-toe fight, which is where this spec just eats hemo rogues alive. So rogue will open up on the paladin. Again, the summons are hilarious because they do nothing but they just give Rouge more charges and make him happy. It's even more chance to like proc his Uther Strength Trinket if he's still using it, so it's just kind of like, meh, whatever. So he turns, he faces the rogue, he faces the present. The rogue's doing a good job of trying to stay behind him, trying to use the stuns to stay behind him. That was almost a bait, so really high-level rogues will do this bait. Now I'm going to go back a little bit because this is kind of important. So Rouge not falling for this. But this is something you see with high-level rogues. I'm not sure I had it in my guide. I probably put it in because I was pretty thorough. If you watch here, the rogue is letting the stun fall off the paladin just long enough and then re-stunning the paladin. And the reason why you want to do that as a rogue is because lesser paladins will often like spam their stun button. They'll just spam their Hammer of Justice. And what this does for the rogue quite often is that both you and the rogue will now be stunned simultaneously, because you'll throw your stun, they'll get a stun off on you, it'll batch, you'll both stun yourselves, and that is the worst possible scenario you can put yourself in as a paladin, short of you tried to throw a stun and the stun just got resisted. And the reason for that is because I go into this in depth at the end of if you're a fresh level 60, like what gear to wear, or just my thoughts on a fresh level 60, go to the end of the video if you want to see more on this subject. Let me just make sure I'm still recording, God forbid. Okay. If you want to hear more on this subject, but I go on a tangent for quite some time about just how terrifyingly important it is for these builds that do not have spiritual focus, that cannot just stop and heal themselves virtually at will, for them to worship their 6-second stun. Their 6-second stun is life, basically, because your 6-second stun and the grenade stun, and juggling those in between like a bubble to work the not only the cooldown of the 6-second stun, but the diminishing returns on the stun for like a grenade. So you open with your 6-second stun, you use that for a while. Then if you have to, well, I go into detail on it. You can go watch the end of that video, but to be without your 6-second stun and yet needing to use that for healing purposes, it is a bubble. It just forces a bubble. So spamming your Hammer of Justice under these circumstances is a no-no. You do not do this. You wait patiently, and Drakova does it perfectly here. You turn to face the rogue as quickly as possible, and only after waiting like maybe a millisecond or two, like, oh, is he actually not going to try to stun me again? Then you can consider throwing your Hammer of Justice. But don't spam it, otherwise you'll stun each other during spell batching, and this is ideal for the rogue. But again, the high-level rogues love doing this. They love putting this teeny tiny window, as you'll see right here, between their two stuns, just to try to see if you're dumb enough to throw a stun. So like he turns, if he threw a stun, we'd be having problems right now. But he doesn't even want to right now, honestly. He's got the hit points. He's pretty much good. He's just going to run over here. He's going to start swinging. He's like, okay, whatever. He can't really do... Oh, yeah. Oh, good boy. Can you get off 2 Holy Lights, though? Does he even need to? Oh, God, he doesn't even need to. What the fuck was that? That's impressive. Maybe he just got a crit heal. Maybe that's what happened. So, one thing I was telling Drakova, because he commented on the video, something to do with the slight delay on your 6-second stun. I'm pretty sure about this. But When you throw your 6-second stun, I'm sure you've all noticed this, there's like a half-second delay before the stun goes off. It's like your paladin has to do the animation, and then the spell has to go out and hit the target, and then the target has to register, oh, I'm stunned, right? There's this delay. Well, that delay, fascinatingly, lets you throw the stun and then get off 2 holy lights before your target can actually come out of the stun and do anything about it. Like, even if they were spamming like Earth Strike or like Kick or whatever, it really doesn't matter because normally it would be 1.5 second global cooldown, and then you're trying to put 5 seconds of healing into yourself, and within that half a second window, they can like Earth Shock interrupt you, so you have to go for like a holy light and then like a flash of light. But due to that slight delay from your stun, even though the stun has already gone on global cooldown, you can just holy light, and I've been getting away with it, and I don't know why, because I haven't thoroughly tested to see if it's actually the case, but nobody's stopped me yet, and that's basically just my observation. 1 second, I gotta pause the video really fast. All right, we are back. Let's see here. Situation, do I remember it? He's just going to heal himself. Oh, and he gets a crit heal, so he immediately goes in the offensive. I think the Rouge is going to die horribly here in like 2 seconds. Blap dead? Question mark? Ooh. Almost died there. Grenade, because he knows he can afford it. Okay. Did he get him? What the fuck? That would have been sick. Okay, here comes... Come on, Dancing Queen. What are we doing here? He did get him. Nice. Okay. It doesn't really matter that he got him, though. I guess it was a good chance. Or maybe he... I don't know what happened, because the rogue didn't even slow down. So the rogue comes out of stealth, which suggests that he got hit with the grenade. But at the same time, he didn't get stunned. Or maybe he got stunned, but it was still in stealth. He would have Hammer of Wrath killed him. I have no idea what the hell happened there. Maybe he was fapped, and I just didn't know. Let me check to see if there's a fap in play. Very curious. So he vanishes. We all see him go away. Out comes the grenade, plus Dancing Queen movement. He's going for a flash of light. He sees the rogue. Oh, maybe it was like a diminishing return stun or something? Man, that's confusing. All right, whatever. We'll just roll with it. It doesn't matter. He's got the right gear. So he's chasing. He's like, oh, what the hell? I got you out of that? Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm going to try to Hammer of Wrath this for sure. Oh, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Oh, bubble. Okay, but boned. That was okay. So I can't defend this one. Let me think. Did he have his hand of? You can see how long it takes him to decide to go for the kill, right? Almost 2 bandage ticks before he decides to go for the kill. Pretty sure. And that's... I want to say that that's a misplay on Drakova's part, which it technically strictly is. However, he's doing it right. He's taking the time to rationally analyze the situation and saying, can I afford a bubble here? Now, what if he decides to go, what should be happening is bubble, instant judge, if he still has judge, into the rogue to stop the bandaging, into a instant Hammer of Wrath, and the thing is over. But as we can see here, 1 bandage tick, 2 bandage ticks, bubble comes out, 3 bandage ticks, gets in the auto attack, and he probably can't Hammer of Wrath from here. Oh, he got the judge off. Maybe he can make it. No, he can't make it. This is still perfectly fine because I like the fact that there was a pause before he decided to pull the trigger. That's usually better. How do I put this? This would be a misplay. 1 second. This. Oh, my back. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, now that I have my words. So this would be a misplay, specifically if his only win condition would be to bubble under those circumstances, right? So if he's sitting there going, oh shit, I think my only win condition is to, if this rogue is dumb enough to try to heal right next to me, I'm going to instantly bubble, I'm going to judge him, and I'm going to go for the Hammer of Wrath. Since it's not his only win condition on the table, I like the pause to actually think about the situation. But to be perfectly honest, he missed the potential to just end this duel outright, but and kind of wasted his bubble. But it doesn't matter, because guess what? He's wearing the right gear! Like, I can't stress how important gear is in this particular matchup. Like, it is... Like I was saying in the S-Fan videos, you cannot learn the right line of play if you're not wearing the right gear, in my personal opinion. And you can see how no opener gets him below 50% life, which means he's chilling like a villain. And he just can't do anything to this paladin. Even if this paladin was a different type of paladin, that's it, game over. Even if this paladin was a different type of paladin, again, it comes down to those, can the rogue get you below 50% life in an opener, or can the rogue not get you below 50% life in an opener? And if they can't get you below 50% life in an opener, then you're looking at a very long matchup. Like, things are going to go the distance. I do believe Ruklar here just wins the dueling tournament, so everyone's like congratulating him and stuff. But yeah, so I'll basically end the video here, having done some commentary. Maybe I'll talk about like comparisons to S-Fan. So as we can see, Ruklar did not even bother to try using the Mug of Hurt. And I kind of agree with this. And the reason why I agree with this is, number one, he has a Deathbringer, which is kind of a big deal when you have Reckoning. And number two, he's wearing a flat proc suit, which means even if he can slow down his enemy and get on top of them and start beating the shit out of them for a good, 15, 20 seconds before they can get him off of him, he doesn't really have the DPS to actually to make use of that time frame, especially with like a Mug of Hurt, because he doesn't have the spell power to really go that route. Meanwhile, he's just very happy to sit and chill and let the rogue, beat on him. And if the rogue gets 2 life, if he gets a little bit too lucky, if too many things proc. Oh, no, what am I talking about? I know what his win condition is. So one of his major win conditions is the rogue can't really gouge reset on him, right? Because every time the rogue is going to go for a gouge, there's a 77% chance that it just fails. And you can probably clearly see that throughout these duels. So he's just working that as his primary win condition. But behind that primary win condition is the simple fact that eventually RNG with the Reflect damage and with the Reckoning and with Deathbringer is just going to come through and obliterate the rogue. So a lot of times what happens is the rogue will think they're perfectly fine. And let's say the gouge was a 100% guarantee. Okay? Thank you, Mr. Honk My Horn outside. That's very nice of you. So let's say the gouge was a 100% guarantee and not like a 77% chance to fail because of Drakova's spec. Okay? The situation would basically be that the rogues kill themselves by coming in on you. They're trying to go toe-to-toe with you. They can't go toe-to-toe with you very well. So they're trying to stick in there as long as possible before gouging and resetting, right? That's what they're trying to do. But what ends up happening is, for some reason, like 4 or 5 of their auto attacks just crit because they're a rogue. They just crit out of nowhere. And the next thing they know, they get hit for a Wreck Bomb, just like instantaneously. And with a Deathbringer, that's going to be kind of death. So I'm not entirely sure what happened, but we can go back a little bit. And I'm very curious to see if that is... How far did it take me back? If that is precisely what happened to this rogue. So let's count the number of wreck charges. So he's not quite... The rogue is not quite full life. which is going to be a problem. He's going to open up. So we're talking about 1, 2. Rouge pumps the half a wreck bomb into the rogue. 3. I'm seeing another wreck charge. Okay. Rogue is almost 20% life. Rouge has gotten an additional wreck charge. So the rogue should be considering resetting here pretty soon, if at all possible. Also watching the rogue's energy bar, because he might just be going, whatever, I'm dead. Okay, Rouge hits again. Oh, that's what happened. Oh my goodness, that looks like it hurt. What happened here? 1, 2, 3 wreck charges. 4, I can see. Oh, it's a 4th wreck charge. Okay. So you can barely see it in the background as this guy runs through the middle of the referee. Okay, so he's got 2 wreck charges on him. So when he comes out of this, he's going to hit him for 3 times. That's what's going to happen, unless there's a last one. Okay, so he's totally shielding right here. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. He's swinging in on him. You can see the evasion go off. That swing probably got in before the evasion went off, which is why we're about to watch his hit points vaporize. Boom, right there. And he doesn't even have to Hammer of Wrath or anything, because his reflect damage alone is probably going to be the end of it. But I think he stuns him here. I could be wrong. Boom, just hit. Game over. I like the evasion attempt. 1 Reckoning, 2 Reckoning, 3 Reckoning. And he comes out and he's like, whatever. Was that? No, because he took 2. I vaguely remember. 1 Wreck, 2 Wreck, swing. 1. Oh, you got 2 again. I remember precisely. Come on. I can see it again. Come on. So there's the first 2. Puts it into the rogue. 3 hits. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, so 2 Reckoning charges. Yeah, so you can see this is also the win condition where it's like, yeah, it's not the gouge reset issue. It's the fact that in less than 5 seconds, you gave the Paladin 4 additional wreck charges. So this is 6 auto attacks that are just coming down. And he comes out of this. You can see the evasion, but the swing is already coming in. Spell batching doesn't give a shit, and it's over. Okay. All right, so let me think. Let me check. So does he have the gear to go the distance? He does. Does he have the win condition? Yes, he does. Okay, cool. So that's why he doesn't lose at all. So I'm going to end this video here, basically showing what you should be doing against a rogue. Worst case scenario, if you don't have like a Deathbringer and you don't have Reckoning, if you don't have that kind of potential win condition, go the Mugger Hurt route and just slow them down. You can see that in one of my previous videos where there's like the thumbnail's like a golden circle, and it's me talking about Consecration versus a rogue, and I go into a bit of a detail on that. Like, the rogue cannot get away from you with Mugger Hurt. Like they just can't. So, anyways, I'm going to stop this video here, and I'm going to go make another one. Hopefully I can see how he deals with a druid, because I'm very curious to see how he deals with a druid. I also want to see how he deals with a hunter, like, just from purposes of, like, catching a hunter. So, yeah, okay. Stop recording.